This one's for the daddies. Stay tuned.
Thank you for coming along. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Robert Reacts, where I react to things. Thanks for joining me. Today, I'm counting down 16 Father's Day movies for you to enjoy this Father's Day. And today's part one, we're starting off with number 16, which is 2008's Taken.
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
The ultimate father movie. This film is about Liam Neeson playing a retired CIA agent whose daughter is kidnapped in Europe, and so he goes full particular set of skills to get her back. Definitely a quotable moment in this movie, as he likes to remind people that he has a particular set of skills that will help him find his daughter. And a fun fact is that Liam Neeson was not originally meant to be an action star. This film launched his late career action icon status. The famous phone monologue was so quotable it became a meme before memes were memes. Ooh, Inception. Number 15 is 1993's Son-in-Law.
Now grab a nug whose cones are busty. Weezer gig and make it crusty. Grab your dude, don't use roughness. Moving close and groove his buffness. Buff the wood, come on, buff the wood. Buff the wood. What? Dude, get off. They're enjoying themselves. Come on.
A Pauly Shore film, which, I had to include this one on the list because it's essentially Pauly Shore doing what he does, making dads afraid. Which I don't get, but whatever. Pauly Shore was a thing, right? The movie is about a wild college student who visits her conservative farm town for Thanksgiving with her outrageous RA in tow, and he's pretending to be her boyfriend, or more accurately, her fiance. And a fun fact about this is that this is peak Pauly Shore. His catchphrase is like, "Wheeze in the juice," helps cement his 90s persona. It's a surprisingly sweet film with unexpected heart. It's very, very, very sweet. And it was one of the movies that my family spent a lot of time watching for whatever reason. Number 14 is 2025's The Monkey.
You know what? I actually think we should go
like
down.
I did my own little process of elimination.
Which is a movie about two brothers who discover a creepy toy that causes death every time it claps its cymbals. I have a full review on this one, which you can check out. Fun fact about this is that the short story this movie's based on was originally published in a gallery magazine and then later ended up in Skeleton Crew, which was Stephen King's book of short stories. Number 13 is 2020's The Craft Legacy.
I want to talk today about weakness. Because when one of us is weak, all of us are weak. But how do we alchemize weakness into sovereign power? How do we eliminate the weakest among us so that the strongest can thrive?
Which is the sequel to the original film, The Craft, from 1996. It's about a group of teen witches who form a coven, but their powers attract dark energy and hidden secrets. And one of the plot points of this film is that we find out that the stepdad, the main character's stepdad, is a warlock. And so there's this showdown between the feminine energy coming from the coven and this stepdad who is a men's rights activist. I mean, talk about on point for what was going on politically at the time. Number 12 is 1992's Ladybugs.
I'd like to see a nice dress for a young lady.
And what size is she?
And what size are you? Well, actually, it's for his twin sister. They're the same size.
We have a lovely print we just got in. It's right here. I think this would be the right size.
Well, I'd like him to try it on. I'd like to see what it'll look like on his twin sister.
which is a super silly Rodney Dangerfield film. It's probably one of the only Rodney Dangerfield films I've seen. And it's about a man who disguises his fiance's son as a girl to help them win a soccer championship and keep his job. And I'm pretty sure that this is where my crush on Jonathan Brandis comes from. Strangely enough, with him doing drag in the movie. So, there is a queer element here. And a fun fact is that Rodney Dangerfield brings his usual chaotic energy, and a young Jonathan Brandis plays the cross-dressing soccer son. The film's humor is very 90s, questionable now, but nostalgic for some. Definitely nostalgic for me. Number 11 is 1994's The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Could I please have a stop?
No! You can't have nothing. We've got nothing here for people like you. Nothing.
Now listen here, you mullet. Why don't you just light your tampon and blow your box apart? Because it's the only bang you're ever gonna get, sweetheart.
And this was one of the movies that I was wondering if I should include on my Mother's Day list or my Father's Day list, but I decided that the paternal relationship in this film is what's being highlighted, so that's why it's here. The film's about two drag queens and a trans woman who travel across the Australian outback in a fabulous bus named Priscilla, and Tu Wong Fu is very similar to this film, but it's almost like the American version, even though the films were being made at the same time. So one is not a remake of the other, one is not really inspired by the other. They were basically being made at the same time, which is such a strange collection of events. What a strange coincidence. And a fun fact is that the film won an Oscar for Best Costume Design, and the iconic flip-flop dress was made of actual flip-flops. Number 10 is 1994's The Lion King.
Zazu, would you turn around?
Yes, sire. The cheetahs are hard up.
Stay low to the ground.
Cheetahs never prosper.
Okay, stay low to the ground, right? Yeah.
What's going on?
A pouncing lesson.
Oh, very good. Pouncing. Pouncing? Oh, no, sire, you can't be serious. Oh, this is so humiliating.
Try not to make a sound.
What are you telling him, Mufasa? Mufasa? Simba?
If there was ever a movie about being a father, this one is it. And if you're unfamiliar with The Lion King, it's about a young lion prince who flees after a family tragedy but must return to claim his rightful place in the circle of life. And this movie, I'm sure, has a lot. The same way that The Sandlot has a big spot in a lot of millennials' hearts. This is another one of those movies. It's probably one of the first Disney films that most millennials saw in theaters. There's a lot of firsts here. And a fun fact is that the movie was inspired by Hamlet and African mythology, and it became Disney's highest grossing traditionally animated film. And Hakuna Matata was originally a placeholder song until it became a phenomenon. Isn't that wild? Could you imagine where we'd be today without Hakuna Matata? Not very far. Number 9 is 2003's Finding Nemo.
Dory? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you sure you speak whale?
Can you
Dory? Heaven knows what you're saying! See? He's swimming away.
come back?
He's not coming back.
Another Disney film. This one's about a timid clownfish that braves the ocean to find his lost son, encountering quirky sea creatures and unforgettable friendships. I mean, who can forget Dory? I know that Dory could probably forget Dory, but who of us could forget Dory? She lives rent-free in our hearts, of course. A little unfortunate that it was played by Ellen DeGeneres, and that Ellen DeGeneres has fallen out of favor in today's world, but hey, just keep swimming, right? A fun fact is that Ellen DeGeneres actually improv'd a lot of her lines, including the famous Just Keep Swimming. And the animated team had to invent new software to animate the water, which doesn't really surprise me. It's a Pixar film. Of course they were innovating how they were going to make us see all of these things. And that's the end of part 1. Let me know what you thought about these movies in the comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.